What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode review of Kings of Napa. This is season 1, episode 4, Dear Wine People. Speaking of this title, I have yet to look at the last season of Dear White People. I've been putting that thing so off because, the musical aspect. I get to it later. Anyway, that ain't what we here for. We here for Kings of Napa. Okay? Girl, let me just tell you this. A mess. Let me tell you, Dana. I think I'm gonna come on here each and every episode, and I'm gonna have to tell this just man about himself because Dana, you're acting like a little boy. You're acting like a little boy. You want to be treated like a man and get the respect like a man, but you are acting like a boy. Why they got him acting like this? It is pissing me off because he is being so freaking disrespectful. Okay, so the episode starts off and we see some little background, history with Dana. Dana is going for this company, you know what I'm saying? I guess he just out of college and he's going for this company. Was it like a lawyer or something like that? Either way, it was a big corporate company. And they was like, oh, he graduated from Harvard. He graduated from this. He got his MBA in this, okay? And he's black. I said, oh, so a diversity hire. Go ahead and hire him so we're going to have to deal with this. And then when they saw Dana come in, and they was like, oh, I said, Nessie, I thought we was doing diversity hires. Okay, that's a diversity, he's a little person. That's part of that. I feel like you was discriminating because he was a little person, and that ain't what should happen. And Dana realized it right off the bat. His face changed. And I feel like, part of the reason, and I'm telling you that, part of the reason why Dana goes so hard and doing all the stuff that he's doing is because he wants respect and he feels like he has to be so assertive and he has to be so in charge and put his foot down to let people know that I am the man in charge, okay, because of his size. And I was like, you know what, Dana, I could relate. We got size issue and all that stuff, different aspects of it. But I understand, we want respect to a certain degree. But he also wanted his daddy respect, and he felt like his daddy didn't respect him as a man, obviously. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, Dana. We get your little backstory. Next thing you know, he going and sitting down with Aunt Melanie. Now, I said, now you're supposed to be on your mama's side, right? But then I had to remember Mama had said some things that he did not like, talking about aborting him. So, of course, Dana is on a petty mission, okay? That's all that I can say about it. He's on a petty mission. He's going to Melanie because at this point, Melanie is like the outcast, okay? Melanie is the outcast of the family, the main one, all right? Because we got a couple. She the main one, and I guess she can relate to him, seeing what he's worth and comforting him and, telling him all that he needs to do and who he really is and everything that he's not getting from anybody else, okay? Boosting his ego up just a little bit, but comforting him at the same time, being gentle with him, okay? We got to show the people what you worth, all right? You don't have to look yourself down. Your Aunt Yvette just said all that stuff just because she was in her feelings or whatever. She was trying to get back at your mama and all that stuff or whatever. So calm down about that. But we gonna show them, okay? I said, what we gonna show? What we gonna show? Meanwhile, when it comes to the family, they talking about the wine, okay? So because Dana lost the whole vote, and you know, August won it. So she's so glad that her dessert wine is finna be put out there. Grace still sitting there. I said, oh, Grace sitting there having, a little lunch or whatever, brunch or whatever with the family. You got Christian there. They trying to come up with a name for the wine, okay? Christian said, why don't we name it after like a rapper or, one of these big booty strippers like in Atlanta, like Black China, Cardi. I said, excuse me. First of all, I feel like that's copyright infringement, okay? I said, now come on now, Christian. We want you to step up and we want you to show that what you're made of and what you're made for and why you're here, okay? Because at this point, I feel like you're riding off of people's coattails because what exactly are you contributing to the family? We see what August is doing. We see what Dana is doing. Hell, we see what Bridget was doing because you keep calling Bridget to look at the vines. Now, why did they tell that boy to look at the vines, okay? You be in charge of the vineyard. He don't know what he doing, okay? Yeah, he can look at the things and see, oh, these a little dry. The color a little off. Bitch, I could do that too. I could do that too. I don't know nothing about this stuff, but I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I was just like, please, Christian, just sit back and look cute. I'm just tell you this each and every time. Just sit back, look cute, do your little locks like that, and go like that and just listen, okay? Smile and listen, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to tell people that, but baby, that's all you giving me. That is all you giving me, little boy. All right. Meanwhile, August was like, let's call it King's Heritage, you know, because it's talking about dad and it's talking about our family. And I was like, okay, that's cute or whatever, you know. Yvette said something, and then Vanessa said, girl, you need to be quiet, okay? You need to be quiet. I was just sitting here like, oh, okay, y'all still going back and forth at it. And I was like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, Dana come up in there. Dana's so excited because he's going to be on the cover of this Access magazine or whatever, you know, top CFOs under 40. He's going to be on the cover. Melanie got him this cover or whatever, or she's on his side. And so, of course, he's fine about it. And I noticed that he's still giving my boo. Y'all know Rose is my boo now, okay? You know, chip, chip, cheerio, okay? You know, but I was just sitting there like, listen, you know, Dana, you still mad at her? I said, first of all, fuck that. And I'm sorry to say it like that. Oh, bump that. Man, Rose, you still trying to get his attention. You still there after all of this. Okay, because what you won't do is embarrass me in front of the family like that. And you gonna be pissed off at me after you just cuss me out because you can't take a little defeat and the fact that I'm not always gonna be on your side when it comes to business, especially when I see that your business is not gonna help the company. Okay, I said, no, man, no, you can't do that. Then you coming up in there and you basically telling everybody like, you need to be like a Tinder date and ghost. I said, what? You are just a lot at this point. You're feeling yourself a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, you know, Dana, go chill. Rose had to come up in there into the office and talk to him and whatever. You know, even offered to, you know, give him a little special sucky. And I said, you know what, Rose, take your hands off of him because he don't appreciate that. He don't appreciate you. And I said, Dana, you really finna turn her down? You really finna turn? See, I'm not one of those people. No, I would appreciate. Anyway, because I was about to say something, but I don't want to disrespect people because I don't know how they swing. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. We can be adults and we can talk. You know, I'm just sorry that I didn't go your way. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to do what was best for the company. And I mean, for sure, you didn't marry me just because I wanted to just go ahead and just say everything that you wanted me to say. You know what I'm saying? You got with me because of my brain, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And basically what Dana trying to tell her is, no, bitch. I'm just here because you a pretty face and you gonna do what I say. I said, no, Dana, I don't like that, all right? Because even when Rose was trying to talk to him and ease it up and apologize and everything, he was like, how could you go against me? When you had this crazy idea, I went against, I was here for you. When you had this other idea about this bed and breakfast that would have took up most of the farm acreage or whatever, the vineyard acreage, I went for it. You know what I'm saying? I said, wait a minute. I was with Rose, so now we taking count like this is a competition or whatever. We keeping count like that. He was like, yeah. And I said, you see what, Rose? I said, you know what, Rose, leave him. But then again, I said, you know what, you are in the mirror, so you just can't pick up and leave just like that because Dana looked like he'll do some shiesty ass shit in the divorce process. But I'm pretty sure people had their issues. But at this point, it's like baggage after. It's like bam, bam, bam. I said, damn, Dana, give her a break. She trying to make up for it, okay? And truth be told, she ain't got nothing to apologize for, all right? You know, she was about to... She rubbed that man's thigh and he looked at her like, I said, well, shit, Dana. What? Oh, my God. Made her cry and everything. Baby, but let me just tell you this. Now, see, Dana is me when it comes to something like that. That when I get pissed off and I'm a little annoyed, bitch, them tears don't work on me, okay? You can sit there and be crying a goddamn river and I'm going to sit here and look at you like this. Are you done? All right, so you can get the fuck out. I'm sorry. What the fuck that's supposed to do for me? Exactly. And hurt your feelings a little bit more. See, I'm working on myself. I got to stop doing it. It's the cap. Bitch, sometimes I don't feel emotions. when people have emotions like that, because I be like, what are you crying for? Because you the one that did the shit, so why are you crying? Bitch, I should be the one crying, but I'm not finna let you see it. Meanwhile, August came up in there trying to see what's going on with him. We got to get on the right page and everything. And of course, he's still feeling some type of way. And I'm just like, you know what? It's understandable you're a sore loser. You can never play sports because you display poor sportsmanship, okay, Dana, and I don't like it. He gets a text from his PI. Now let me just tell you something. When Quincy was on the phone, was he playing with a little gigapad, Tamagotchi, whatever gigapad? I said, is that a gigapad in his head? The little gray thing. That's how you know the stuff on the second watch. I was sitting here like, what the fuck is that? Now, if y'all don't know what a gigapad is, girl, but go Google this shit, okay? This is for my 90 babies, my 90 kids us 90 kids that grew up in the 90s, okay? But anyway, we found out that there is no issue with the people that's from the hospital, the patient that Daddy Reginald had, had the issue with. They're not the ones that's doing the extorting. They have moved down to Texas. They over it. They moved on with their life. Meanwhile, you got Bridget up here talking to her new employees, or I should say employers, the other guys at the other vineyard, right? The husbands and husband, right? And she just asked all the good questions. Let me look at this. Can I look at that and look at the vines or whatever? Oh, we don't need you to do that because our vines are all cute. I mean, that's cute or whatever, but I just like to become one. You know what I'm saying? I just like to look at stuff for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I roll. Okay, it's no affront to you, no disrespect. And the other husband, the younger one, I should say the taller one, he just all up in his feelings or whatever. He's just doing a lot. And he had to go check on something. Baby, come to find out, he just scratched the fuck out because they getting extorted too. $150,000. I said, bitch, who doing the extorting? They got you too. So baby, is they finna just pick up all the vineyards around Napa? Is Napa Valley just getting extorted by everybody? What is happening? Baby, meanwhile, we get Christian. Now see, Christian, this is another thing. You're bringing one of your little hoes into the vineyards, okay, to play around. Oh my God, you own all of this? You own all of this? And when she said you, I said, how you own this, Christian? Your daddy and your mommy owns this. What do you do? All right? You're playing peekaboo, let me kiss you too. Out here up in the vineyards, trying to impress these little very impressionable little girls or whatever. I'm sitting here like, now this ain't the bitch that we saw when we first came on the first episode that was in your bed, and you talk about something, this your girl, and you playing around up in there, and you wonder why the workers don't give you respect. Okay, you wonder why they don't give you respect, bitch. If I was Otis, I'd give you the same fever that he was giving, because why you got this little girl playing out here? This is not a play area, okay? You gonna do all that sucky, go do that shit in the house or whatever, Meanwhile, all of this is going on. Of course, Bridget with this whole revelation, because she was like, you getting extorted too? So of course she got to go back and she got to go tell the family what's going on. All right. You get Dana, while this is happening, he having his little photo shoot for the magazine, right? He feeling himself and everything. Mama said, why don't you put that other jacket on? He was like, nah, I don't want that. Okay. Meanwhile, later on, Melanie said, oh, go ahead and put that jacket on. It looks so much better. You know what? You got an eye for fashion. I'ma show enough do it. Mama sat there. Vanessa just standing there like, ain't this about a bitch? First of all, why the fuck is this bitch here? Okay, you better be glad this lady here and she doing all this stuff, because I'm not trying to act ugly in front of all these mixed company, okay? I'm not trying to act ugly in front of mixed company, but this bitch is getting on my nerves. I don't understand why she keep on stepping foot on my property, okay? Bitch, you done fuck my man, and now you still gonna be chilling up in my house? What, you trying to take my son too? What is happening, bitch? I was just like... That's Vanessa, okay? Vanessa probably won't say those words, but I say it for her because I understand the feeling. I understand, Meanwhile, August was trying to talk to Rose and, see how everything is going, because at one point, she was just like, what's happening? She said, girl, he's still going on. He's still up in his little feelings, okay? He's still up in his feelings. I ain't mean to say it like that, but y'all know. He's still up in his feelings. She was like, girl, he done locked me out the bedroom. I said, what? Now, Dana, Now, let me tell you something. I can be petty, but the one thing that you gonna sleep in the motherfucking room with me. We might, you gonna sleep on this side and I'm gonna sleep on that side, but bitch, we gonna sleep in the same bed. Piss the fuck off. Okay, that's what we gonna do. Ain't no locking out the bedroom. Ain't no locking out the bedroom. I may try to do a little something, calm you down or whatever, and we can still be mad in the morning. Okay, like don't do that. Don't do that. You know, I said, now, Dana, you got this lady sleeping in another bedroom or sleeping on the couch. Which one is it? Dana, that ain't right. Meanwhile, the photographer was like, why don't we get somebody else to come up in a picture with you, like, mother, son, husband, and wife, whatever. And Rose and Vanessa was like, hey, okay, cool. And at this point, he was like, you know what, Aunt Melody, you come and do it because you're the one that helped raise me, help get me to where I'm at. I said, what? You're actually a businesswoman and not some little lowly ass housewife. I said, excuse me. Excuse me. Now, see, that was too far, Dana. Okay, that was too far even for me. Be in your feelings because of what you heard your mama say. Bring the sister into it, but then you're just gonna disrespect her and call her just a housewife. Just a housewife. You literally degraded and downgraded your mama to just a housewife. Okay, as if housewives ain't important, but you said it in a way as if she ain't worth shit. And I was just like, you know what? That's fucked up. Meanwhile, Bridget come up in there and she busts up the whole thing. And here go Vanessa like, what the fuck is you doing here? I said, now Vanessa, you calm your ass down when it comes to Bridget, okay? Because Bridget ain't did shit to you. She actually been still looking out for this whole family, okay? And you, okay, you could do that shit to her mama. Okay? She looked like Reggie. That's probably why she doing it, because she looked like Reggie. She was like, listen, bitch, every time I see Reggie, every time I see you, I see Reggie, and I'm thinking about the fact that nigga just fucked around on me, bitch. Okay? I was just like, wow, you ain't have to say that. But then Bridget come up in there and she was like, listen, Michael and them, or whatever the other dude's name, my employers, they freaking farm getting it started too. And then Vanessa was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Because she ain't know shit about the extortion. Okay? And so she was like, so y'all been knowing about this whole thing? Y'all been knowing about this whole thing and ain't nobody gonna say shit to me? Okay? I said, you know what? Vanessa just wants a moment of peace. She ain't had peace ever since that man passed away. And I'm just like, what is happening? So, of course, she had to sit the whole family down and ask them what the hell is going on, okay? And, they talk about the meetup. She gets pissed off because Melody knows about it. And then Melody gave Bridget a gun. Christian up in his feelings because he wasn't let in on the plan. Christian, what the hell was you going to do? What the hell was you gonna do? You can't even go incognito. Okay, you gotta be blinged out. You gotta be, Gucci down to the socks, or Balenciaga in your case. Okay, you just sit there, okay? Just sit there. You ain't got to worry about that. Live a stress-free life, okay? That's all you got to make sure your meds are regulated. Make sure your mental is straight, you know what I'm saying? And you just do what you do, okay? Because at this point, it's just not worth it with you, okay? You up in your feelings for what? You just want to be mad at something. Boy, stop it. Meanwhile, Quincy came up in there and was like, listen, because Yvette came up in there and was like, oh, so you are a private investigator. I should have known. Yeah, while you was up there giving them all the secrets and everything. But he was basically like, he found out that Otis works for both farms, okay? Or I should say both vineyards, And I was like, so we finna go back to saying that Otis is the one that's doing this? And I honestly don't feel like it's Otis, okay? Because it's just too convenient. It's too convenient that it's Otis. And I'm with August. August don't want to make a move yet because at this point, after talking to Otis and the way that he was saying, and granted, he could have been acting at the same time. We got to think about that, but it's just too convenient to say that it's Otis that's extorting this money or whatever. They said that he went and brought an $80,000 boat. Where he getting this money from? And I'm sitting here like, now you put a spyware on his computer, and so that means you was looking at all his stuff. And you came across this boat purchase. Now, do we actually know that he got the boat? Do we know that it actually came from his bank account or somebody setting up or something? I feel like Otis is getting set the fuck up, okay? And so, I'm like, no, it just can't be him at this point. Meanwhile, moving on from that, they go and talk to the other employers, okay, the other vineyard, they feel some type of way. They want to call the cops. Of course, Dana want to call the FBI. This too big for Napa PD. I said, calm down, Dana, okay? I'm with August. I don't feel like it's him, but we need to take this slow and we need to investigate a little bit more, okay? See how it's going to be if you mix the payment and if he feels some type of way, if he act out or whatever, you know, because I'm not going to be too quick to send a black man to jail and call the cops on a black man. I said, I know that's the fuck right. August, come through, bitch. Happy Black History Month, okay? Anyway, you know, so Dana, on the other hand, he's so gung-ho. I said, Dana, you just... It's just a lot. Yvette just said, listen, y'all got to come together, okay? Because the way that you managing, it's not working for him. You know, y'all got to get on the same damn page, all right? Meanwhile, excuse me, August trying to figure out what the hell is going on, okay? And she going through all these pictures. She's getting frustrated. She's like, what the hell? Kelvin, and Kelvin is on the phone with somebody else. I said, who is you cheesing on the phone with when August just called you, okay? And he was like, yo, can I call you back? She was like, oh my God, I guess you can. He was like, baby, what's going on? Listen, I mean, it's nothing. Just call me back when you get through. I said, August, stop it. Stop it. And then you know what she gonna do? She gonna go on his Instagram or what's that girl name? The ex or the soon to be ex-wife Instagram. She's looking at the pictures and she spot a recent picture and was like, she's still wearing her ring. See, I probably would have did the same thing. So I ain't even gonna hold that to you, August. I would have did the same thing. You know, my spidey senses is telling me something is going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and investigate. You know what I'm saying? It's understandable. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. Meanwhile, Christian finally sitting down with Bridget after he was calling her for like 15,000 times or whatever, and he in his feelings because she wasn't answering the phone. You know, and Bridget had to let this boy know because he comes down in Balenciaga. Okay, you got your shorts on, you got your socks on, you got your shoes on, you got your shirt on, you got your chain on. You are inside the house. You are inside. I don't give a damn how rich I get, how much I will be able to afford $1,000 clothes, okay, $1,000 shirt, $1,000 pants. First of all, that's too goddamn much money for a piece of material that I can buy for 20 times less than that. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to buy that, I'm not about to be sitting around the house in my good shit. Okay, in my expensive shit. That's for going outside to fucking stunt. I'm not gonna stunt inside, okay? Inside, I'm wearing regular goddamn sweatpants from Walmart and a goddamn t-shirt. Hanes, to be exact, okay? Champion, all right? Champion, okay? Girl, I'm finna be chilling. I ain't finna be, See, that's how your shit lasts longer, okay? Instead of just sitting up in the house in your good shit. Why we gotta put our good shit on in the house, okay? Unless we're expecting company. We don't need to do that. Meanwhile, you know, Bridget gotta tell him that's part of the reason why the workers don't respect your ass. I'm sitting here like, yeah, you coming out there dressed like this or whatever, as if you more than them, okay? How you supposed to gain respect and you all Balenciaga down and they just got on regular jeans and t-shirt? Come on now, you know. So he gets the notes or whatever. What she telling him how to do the vineyards and stuff. I'm writing the shit down in my head too. Like, so you put this now. How many doses do you do that? Do you do 3 or do you do 4? Or do you do 3 and a half? Okay? Because maybe I want to start a venue one day and this is what I probably need to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, so I made a mental note a little bit. Meanwhile, it's time for the interview for Dana. They doing the whole family interview. You got Melody there. Okay, he was doing some other photos and Melody was looking all out of sorts. I said, what's going on, mama? You about to, is it a hot flash? It's understandable, mama. You stressed out, okay? That's what happens when you fuck another woman, man like that and have a baby. I'm just saying, and let it be your sister, girl. It could have been your enemy. Now, Melanie, I would have been okay with it if it was an enemy. Okay, it still wouldn't have been right, but if it was an enemy, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I would have let it pass. But your own sister, okay? Mama said, look at her. She over there probably bloated because of all that damn salt that she been eating. I said, girl, calm down. I said, Vanessa, calm down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Meanwhile, they having this little interview, and it was going fine at first. And then Yvette said something, and then she was like, "Y'all keep it cute," because the kids was going back and forth at each other, but it was in a playful manner. Yvette said, "Y'all keep it cute. Come on, keep it together," in a playful manner. And then here come Vanessa. "Don't you tell my kids what to do." I said, "Now, Vanessa, stop it. We got company. Again, we have mixed company. We don't do that. Okay?" I said, "Calm that stuff down." Next thing you know, August said, can you come back for a second? Give us a second. Girl, they started going in about wanting to abort him. And, it was the reason why that job interview, it was Mama was the one that said don't do it and made him not get it or whatever, so that he was forced to come back here and, just spilling all the tea about the extortion and everything. And mind you, the whole time that they going in and spilling all the family secrets about the daddy being a hoe, everything, the video is recording. Not just audio, but actual video and audio. I'm sitting here like, God damn. Oh, girl come back there and say, I got another interview to do, and this is the property of the magazine, and so therefore, toodles. And they was like, bitch, erase that shit. She said, no. And she walked out. I said, girl, what? I said, look at what y'all did. Look at what y'all did. I told y'all to keep that shit together, and y'all just didn't listen. And look what the fuck happened. Everybody finna know the family business, okay? Meanwhile, it was this paint and sip stuff that was still going on the vineyard. And Vanessa was hosting it. Vanessa get a little bit interrupted because Melanie wanted to talk. I said, Melanie, what? Melanie, what? You have not given this lady time to grieve and to understand and soak the shit in about what you did, to even give her a chance to want to forgive you, okay? She was like, oh my God, because earlier she was like, bitch, you're jealous of me. And then Melanie was like, no, I'm not. But see, Melanie want to call her back out there, and she was like, you know what? I was jealous of you, okay? That is true. When we were kids, I was jealous, I was always looked at your fat younger sister, and you was just so beautiful, and everybody was just, you was the princess, and you was this, and you was that. And I said, okay, and I was with Vanessa. I'm sorry, okay? Now, see, Vanessa was on... Okay, so you was a little jealous. You was so jealous that you fucked my man? Is that what it is? You fucked my man? I said, no, girl, that jealousy shit, I would have kept that to myself. And Melanie, it wasn't the time. I know you probably thought that you was going to be able to bond with her right then and there, but it just wasn't the time. She said, listen, girl, I ain't got time for this. She was like, maybe you the one that's doing. Dana put that shit out on the mama and said, maybe you the one that's doing all this distorting. I said, girl, Dana, why would you say that? Meanwhile, Melanie said, it's some shit that's going on with Reggie, and I did care for Reggie too. Okay, we used to talk every day, once a week at least. I said, no, girl, why are you seeing this? It's too early. It's too early. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, she said, listen, we used to talk once a week, and whatever's going on, I don't know what he was into, but he was scared. He was even thinking about taking y'all out the country with phony passports and all that and money. And she was like, girl, what are you talking about? She said, if you don't believe me, check his cigar box. So Vanessa went into the office, and baby, I said, cigar box. She looking at everything else but the cigar box. I said, ma'am, cigar box over there, okay? Why we over here? Why we over there? It's over there, okay? So she finally get it, open it up, and it's phony passports. It's their pictures, but with different names and money and everything. So at this point, I'm like, what the freak is really going on? Reginald, I said, dig his ass up. Dig his ass up, give him a lie detector, because he ain't gonna tell us the truth, okay? Them bones holding all the secrets, all right? Dig his ass up, all right? Meanwhile, Bridget and August and they other friend, they out shopping or whatever, and Bridget still got an issue with August. And I'm like, obviously, so why are we shopping together like we all to the good? Meanwhile, Vanessa comes in and she has to tell Dana, listen, Dana, we need to talk, okay? And they're gonna let all of this blow over. They find out that, Mama pulled the plug on that Access magazine shit, got them not to put the shit out there and destroy the evidence or whatever that was on that videotape, okay? And then it was like, you did that for me? You did that for me? I said, yeah, boy, she did that for you and mostly for the family because it was the whole family tea, okay? Mind you, Dana got a text saying that Otis had like $50,000 in the bank account, okay? Like, where the hell he get all that money from? I said, he getting set up. He getting set up. That's all that it is. He was like, oh my God, Mom, you did that for me. She was like, listen, come sit down. right here. So when me and your dad saw the ultrasound, we saw that you were small. And I did at one point wanted to abort you because, listen, I didn't want you to go through all the, issues that you will probably face and the discrimination that you will face. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like, no, I can't do that to my baby boy. Because I just knew you was going to grow up and you was going to be great. And it was your daddy who the one that told them not to hire your ass because he wanted you to stay here because he knew that your greatness was needed here, okay? And that's where you was going to excel. And she was like, I love you. And you can't trust your Aunt Melody. You have to promise me that you won't trust her. I said, excuse me, ma'am. Now, see, I was with you up until there. You can't tell nobody not to trust their goddamn family member just because you feel some type of way, okay? And then here go Dana. Mommy, I said, baby, I ain't seen him smile that big this whole series. This whole series. I said, oh, that you just wanted somebody to love you and hug you. Your wife was trying to do that. Rose said she needed some tending to. Her rose garden needs some tending to. Go water that bitch up. I said, Meanwhile, we found out, after he found out about that money, he want to go ahead and make a move on, freaking Otis, because Michael and them, the other vineyard people, they come through and they find out that the vineyard been freaking poisoned or whatever. And I'm just like, girl, what? What happened? So now they like, we gotta go ahead and make a move on Otis. We gotta call Otis or whatever. Baby, the cops then came and got Otis. They was like, Otis, we're about to arrest you. Otis saw them cops and he dropped his shit and got in the car and jetted on out of there and got into a car accident. Now, at this point, they was like, you know what? He had to be guilty because why would he just leave like that? I said because he probably got something else going on, but I feel like, oh, this is being set up. It's just not, it's just, I don't get it. No. Because at this point, it's like, how is Otis, who the fuck is Otis to be that Reggie is like so scared of that he had fake passports and stuff. And that's what's not understanding to me. And I'm like, let y'all, come on, we got to understand this. Bridget, August, you still up here trying to get Bridget to be on your side and understand where y'all coming from. No, she gonna be pissed at you, and she gonna be pissed at you for a minute, okay? So let her live that passivity out, okay, until it's out her system, because you play her, all right? Like she said, it used to be so much about friends, okay? Now it's so much about the business, okay? Fuck that friendship, it's always about business. That's what August basically was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all gonna get it together, but let them be mad. Meanwhile, August going to talk to Kelvin. They have a little date or whatever. They chilling on the couch, talking. And, he had got a little text or whatever. He looking at the phone. She was like, why don't you go ahead and go talk to the person that's keep on texting you? I said, calm down, okay? He was like, listen, it's my son. I said, oh, wait a minute, you got a kid? Now, how come I didn't know that? I said, August, you knew that? She was like, girl, yeah, I knew it, but I just forget. I literally forget. My bad. I said, oh, and you still went back? Listen, anyway, I feel a way about some things with kids. He was like, that little dude come first, and then we get this backstory about, because she was like, she didn't know where the relationship was going. Okay, he was like, he just want to make sure that it's real this time. She was like, this time, yeah, because when we was kicking it back in the day, I it kind of felt like, because your parents came and helped me out when I was in a foster care system, and I just didn't want them to feel as though I was living off of them or I was using them, and I was here because of the vineyard and all this stuff. That's why I went to school at Howard and did my own thing or whatever. But I'm here for you, boo. Okay, I'm trying to make sure this shit real. I'm in the process of getting this divorce and everything, and I was like, oh. I still don't want it to happen, but y'all want this shit to happen, but okay. And at the very end of the episode, cause what's his little name? Christian is outside in the vineyard. One of the guys out there with workers was like, you decided to blend in because he wasn't all blingy, he wasn't all drippy like he said. And he was like, I'm surprised you ain't got your notes. He was like, you know what? Let me go get him. So he go back into the office or whatever. He see Bridget book bag, and he opened up the book bag, and it's like this stuff. I guess the stuff that was the poison that was up in that other vineyard that fucked up they vines. It was in Bridget book bag. Now see, this is how I further know. Otis was set up, okay, and Bridget is being set up. Because now they're trying to make it seem like Bridget the one that's doing all this. For what? For what? It don't make sense. They setting up Bridget, and I'm not fucking having it, okay? I can't wait till next week, all right? Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.